When was the last time you missed a fairway? In a few years, right? Lock back.
Thank you, though.
Thumping the tires. Awesome shot.
This is 45 and a quarter? God, I feel like I'm back then my golf club was like up to my freaking throat. And I feel like this is,
You recorded it?
I still feel like I'm a kid with this
The same height,
driver.
man. We should be playing. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is product testing. I've got my good pal Martin Liu here. Martin is one of the founders of TFG. Really good golfer, even better friends. I can't think of anyone better to do this test with. We are talking Callaway today. Callaway have got a very strong lineup of drivers this year. Earlier in January, they launched the Elyte X, the Elite driver, and also the Triple Diamond. They've just added to that as well now. So we've got the Triple Diamond Max and also the Triple Diamond TD. I personally can't think of anyone better than Martin for this test. Martin's a great golfer. He doesn't know anything about equipment. It's quite hilarious. He thinks he's using a FootJoy grip. So this is going to be fun. We've identified what shaft he's using and head, even the loft setting, he actually wasn't sure. So I can't think of anyone better for such a good golfer who knows so little about equipment. This couldn't be even better. So we're going to have some fun today. So Martin, you're going to be guinea pig today, if that's okay, pal. You're going to be hitting a few balls.
Of course.
We're going to compare yours. Let's get your current driver in the bay. We're going to use the same shaft, same everything, and we're going to test all the new heads. This is really down to sort of a buyer's guide. So we're trying to let you know exactly what the difference is in these drivers from a hit test. Callaway have got loads of information on these drivers. What we want to do is get it in the bay and show you guys exactly what the differences are. So without further ado, let's get after it, pal.
Let's get to it.
All right, bud. So you're using just so you know, you're using a TaylorMade Sim. 9 degrees.
I knew that.
Yeah, we talked about this a little off camera.
Sim 2.
Sim 2.
9.0.
Yeah, with a little bit of loft on.
True.
Yeah.
How much?
2 degrees added there, which
Okay.
you totally knew about that, so that's good.
Did not.
And then your Diamana shaft, so we're going to use the exact same one. So you're using a blue board, 63X, okay? So we've got the exact same shaft.
Okay.
I'm going to go through, let's just get a few hits with your driver, just so we can tell exactly what you're used to. I'd just like to see a few baselines with yours. And what we're going to kind of do here is, as we hit all these models, figure out what works best for you, and it's going to help people at home.
Perfect.
This way, pal. So let's talk shot shape for a second. So you just hit 8 yards of fade there. Pretty normal for you, would you say?
Yeah. I like
Happy with
to
that?
shape it left to right.
Okay.
Bit of cut. That's my
So if
style.
you did that first tee, 7 a.m., head cover's going back on pretty quick and you're walking up.
Happy days.
Cool, man. All right.
Yeah.
Love that. That's fine. Same strike location, just a bit lower,
Yeah.
a bit straighter as well, huh? But still very much in play. I mean, 1 yard curve on the ball. I'll take that.
This is usually my type of miss.
Okay. A bit higher in the face. Mm-hmm. Just drops the spin down a little bit. So obviously you're in a 9 degree driver right now. So it's 9 degree playing 11. But you know, it's a low spin head, right? Because we're at 9 degrees. So even though you've added a bit of loft, it's definitely encouraging you to hit higher in the face. But what we're seeing here is just low spin from that high point.
Yeah.
So that may be why you see maybe not the consistency you're looking for, because that spin comes down. It may just try and have a look for a little bit of trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
But purposes of today, you know, if you're looking for a new driver, what could that do better?
I would like to really have a driver that I can shape it.
Yeah.
Ideally, I like to feel a little bit more weight in the head. And I feel like I have control of no matter what type of shot, like let's say sometimes I need to hit more of a secure kind of like a go-to low cut. And sometimes if I really need to bomb it, I try to give it a little bit of an extra kick, hit a bit of like a higher draw.
Okay.
I would like the driver that can give me that kind of flexibility and most importantly, confidence.
Nice.
I feel like currently this driver, I mean, to be honest, I haven't played with it for so long, but I don't have that in me right now. Yeah.
All right. Like it. Good feedback. Spot on. Okay, and we're going to go for one more.
Okay.
And when was the last time you missed a fairway? In a few years, right? 0.4 yards offline. We'll take that. Full swing of the day.
Well, funny enough,
Annoying.
usually
It's annoying.
I either have a really good front nine, terrible back nine, or terrible back nine and really good terrible front nine, really good back nine.
Cool.
So I think
Do you
that's
know when it's going to happen, or is it just
nope.
nice?
Depending on the wind of the day.
Okay, cool. So what side of bed you get out of, huh?
Yeah. That was bad.
So is that the miss?
Yep.
Bit of a necky one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So see the spin come up there. You see height come down. Ball speed, to be honest, not affected too much there. So you still got it away. Just a bit of a drop off in your numbers there. Cool. Right, so driver number one, I'm going to try. This is Elyte, standard model. There's one thing that all these drivers are going to have in common is the face. So they've all got this new AI 10X face on. What they're trying to do over at Callaway is basically trick the ball into thinking it's been hitting out the center every single time. So whether you hit it at a high toe, low heel, ball speed and spin retention is the most important thing. So what they want to do is get those two as close as possible, right? No dippy ones this way with high speed and low spin, and no jumpy, high, kind of over spinny ones that lose a load of distance, right? So that's going to be the one constant. So is the shaft, so is the golfer. And we're just going to try different models. But number one is the starting point. This is Elyte.
Interesting. I mean, compared to the driver that I'm used to, this one, it has that kind of, it gave me that tendency, or at least that kind of force to go left.
Okay.
My own driver, it doesn't have that setup. Yeah.
You're in 10.5 as well, right? You're in a 9-degree driver at the moment. We've lofted up, so we just put 10.5.
Yeah.
Bit of a low one.
Yeah. Very low. Is this something that you feel like I need to feel like I need to hit up?
No.
No? Okay.
Do your swing, but we're testing what the different heads can do for you, right? So put your swing on it. We'll see what they got. That's ball. What we're not going to do today is overreact too much on strike as well. So the important thing is to see what the drivers can do for you. Catch it a little bit high in the face, sometimes a touch heely. We're not going to dive too much on that. We're just doing head testing here, right? So I want to make sure we're just getting the feel for it. So let's go 2 more in this head.
Still come up quite low, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, so you've got a 9-degree driver that you hit 80 feet in the air. We're at 10.5 here, same shaft, same grip. Hitting it decent amount lower. We're down. That one was at 45 feet there. A couple at 48 as well. One at 70. So it's definitely, no matter what we're doing, bringing that shelf down. Interesting. Nice. Ball there, pal.
This is a nice drive.
Okay. So now driver number 2 is coming in.
Okay.
So that was Elyte. Now we're going to try Elyte X. So Elyte X is the draw bias model. So it's a couple of degrees upright. I won't say too much else than that.
So that was more neutral?
Yeah.
And this one
neutral.
is more draw bias?
Quite a neutral lie angle for Callaway, neutral face angle. Elyte X, a bit more draw bias to it.
Okay.
Definitely draws more.
Also not something I'm quite used to. This is a kind of shape shot that I'm not so comfortable seeing.
So you've got a bit of, in your current driver,
Yeah.
that tape in the heel there. Bit of weight into the heel. So encouraging a little bit of face closure,
Yeah.
I'd say. Very similar on path though. But interesting, knowing that that's 2 degrees upright, your face was 2 degrees closed more than a standard model. Only on first swing, so it's not a huge data set. But it was 2 degrees difference exactly. So that's pretty good. That's been what it says on the tin.
So what that means is my swing was consistent.
Yeah, you're doing everything you need to do.
Okay. Let's do the same thing.
That was a roundabout way of me saying you're really good at golf. Lock back
Thank
in.
you, though.
Lock
Thank
back
you.
In. All right, pumping the tires.
Thank you. No, I try to live up to that expectation.
Every Callaway so far, we're talking about dynamic loft, right? So dynamic lofts is a huge part of fitting because we know it says 9 degrees on your driver. We know you've got it tuned to 11. at the ball, you present 13 degrees. So you're giving it 13 degrees aloft, no matter what's printed on it, right? So with the Callaway, even though you've got a 9-degree head, we're in 10.5 here, you're presenting 3 degrees less. So 10.5, you're pretty much around there within a couple of points of a degree. So you're giving it exactly what it needs. So you're basically equatoring it. Got the toe nicely in the air, so we know you're trying to hit a draw. Club face just turning over a bit more with this one here. And you can see you reacting to it in the last couple of swings. Might be a touch of reaction there. Yeah. Because you know that last one went left. So yeah. We go for 3 more.
Okay.
So it's fairly safe to say you're a low spin guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is it a good thing or bad thing?
It's a little down there. A couple of shots ago, you had some really good spin on there, but that one where face really does turn over, that drops down to that's south of 1500. So, yeah. You know, if we're going through a fitting right now, you're in the bay getting a new driver, we'd be looking to add spin where we can. Yeah. We're just model testing here, but a little bit on the low side. Yeah. A little bit out of tolerance there. If I can keep that with starting with a 2 on it, keep it in the low 2s for your club head speed. But that being just south of 15, it's a little on the low side. Yeah, one more with that one, buddy.
It definitely felt a little bit like a little bit drop kicky, you know?
Yep. Little high toe. Mm-hmm. Nice sort of forehand, that one. Just gets it traveling right to left. Yeah. Okay, that's the best one with the Elyte X. So what we can see from that is if you're going to play Elyte X, you're going to shut the face quite a bit more. Mm-hmm. So face to path is about half a degree shut with standard Elyte, very similar to your driver. You're a whole degree closed there. So through that test, I know you reacted to a couple, your face is just a degree more closed. So a good bit of ball speed gain, but the ball's just not getting in the air, not spinning. So let's move on. Okay, next one is triple diamond.
I mean, a lot of people have been talking about this triple diamond.
Yeah.
What's so special about this driver?
It's a deeper face driver, so it's ever so slightly smaller. It's 10 cc smaller than the core models. Same lie angle this year though as the standard, so there's not a lot of change there. It's a deeper face, a little bit more for that higher spin player, higher club head speed, or even like path issues where they're generating spin. So really good spin killer. Knowing that you're on the lower end of spin, be interested to see 5 shots hit from you here, but don't let that affect you. Swing away.
Well, I wonder if I'll even get it off the ground.
Now, drivers of old that had triple diamond stamped on them, previous gens from Callaway, they would be more geared at starting the ball to the right. Fade driver. You've got fast club head speed, you play flatter lie angle. Not so much this year. It's the same lie angle as the standard model, so it's trying to give as much neutrality as possible to the ball, and you just hit a great shot with it there. Really good. It's one of those don't always believe what you read on the tin kind of things. With the triple diamond, a lot of people, you know, it's not about just believing what it says on there. Yeah. It's testing it, right? Yeah. Drive of the day there. Great ball. Just hit that 312, but.
I do feel like this driver allows me to swing the club a bit more freely than the previous two. I don't know why, but of course, it is going right. Not the shape that I like to see, but it feels different because the previous 2 clubs, it just felt like very toey. Yeah. This one, I just felt like I can just swing through the ball, regardless of, I guess, both shots have gone a bit right.
Fine. Yeah. That can be worked on though, right? So we're going through a session, we select triple diamond for you. We can work on face angle, we can work on different shafts, different lengths and stuff. So. But really good numbers from it there. Some of your slowest ball speeds the last 2, but the most distance, so efficiency-wise, you're getting less energy into the ball, hitting it way further, so your efficiency is way up. Yeah. It's really good. Okay, this is a different driver. So right at the gate, let's talk about triple diamond being that lower spinning driver. You're spinning Elyte X, 1600 RPM. You're spinning triple diamond 2-1. Also, you draw on one fade in the other, but that kind of cookie cutter, hey, this spins less. A lot of people come in here, and the reason we're doing this video is because a lot of people come in and ask, which one should I play, right? It's so easy to say, well, triple diamond spins less, so play that one. you're spinning at 500 RPM more than
Yeah.
the standard model.
And it's very
That's
clear
worth its
that
weight in gold for doing this.
getting a lot more height.
Yeah, way more height.
Yeah.
Higher than your current driver as well, 10
Yeah.
feet high.
But why is that the case?
You're hitting it high with more spin. That's all I'll tell you for now.
Okay.
So to be fair to say that right now, if you had to pick one of these three drivers, we're going to play right now. We head out, first tee. Take this one.
100%. Without a doubt.
Okay. We're going one more on that driver. So let's look at a couple of numbers on here. Even with the same lie angle, you've changed your face angle by 2 degrees. So on the Elyte driver, you've got your face shut 0.6 of a degree. You're now open 1 degree, spin rate is up, carry is up, ball speed is down a little bit. So because the face is slightly open, we've lost a little bit of ball speed compared to Elyte. So at 162.5, 161. Your current driver is at 156. So you picked up 5 miles an hour going into this with a fade. Now, most of the time, what we'll see is that a shut club face will have more ball speed. You actually managed to beat all the drivers you've tried so far with an open club face. So ultimately not the shape you're looking for in the first 3. Second 2 are really good. I feel that's you reacting a little bit though, but you actually lost 10 yards of carry by drawing it. So you're able to just get that thing in the air and just increase that carry for you. That's brilliant. But we've got a couple more to try.
Okay.
Take that from me.
I like seeing a more square open face golf club rather than an offset draw face.
Gotcha. So the next hole we're going to try is Triple Diamond Max. Now this is a blend of drivers number 1 and number 3 you just tried, right? So we've got the forgiveness of the Elyte model with the ball fly of the Triple Diamond. Right, so same weights here, front and back, same face depth as Triple Diamond, a bit more forgiveness packed in.
Okay. Looks a bit different.
165 ball speed.
I felt good.
Nice. Perfect numbers there, buddy. Spin, everything. As a fitter, things I'll be looking for is just some more bread and butter numbers of just, you know, where do I want you with spin? Where do I want you with height? That kind of stuff. Real get-going numbers, they're all there. And then you just put another 10, 15 yards on it for me. So just for me, that just helps us validate what we're doing in terms of what we're looking for you. Is that the one you hate the most?
Yep.
Okay.
Definitely not the kind of miss I like to see.
Feel like you can talk to a fade a bit more. Those ones we were hitting earlier, even though they're often up to the right a little bit, you're holding your finish. That one there, when that's left going left low, you're straight out of it. You're not even in the bay anymore. You're like over here.
Yeah.
Cool.
A more familiar shot shape.
Ball speed, height, spin. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I know you probably want to see it cut probably 10 yards less.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that shot shape at all. The club path is from the inside though, so you can see DNA-wise, you can see you're trying to swing from in to out. So it's apparent that you're trying to start the ball out to the right, probably wanting to finish it a bit straighter, maybe even a bit left. So I can see what you're trying to do.
One more?
One more, buddy. So if you played the Triple Diamond Max, the more forgiving version, let's say, ball speed-wise, very similar. We'd be spinning it a bit more, and I'd take about 6 yards of carry away from you.
Take away 6 yards.
Away. Yeah. So that's Triple Diamond Max in the books.
Okay.
Okay, now we're in Triple Diamond TD.
What does that mean?
TD. There's 2 of them. Triple Diamond, tour draw, right? So this is I'm not going to say draw bias, but it is a better player's club, not someone who wants to just hit it out to the left. Right?
Okay.
Sorry, start it left, turn it right all the time, right? So let's give this one a go. Again, I won't tell you too much about this. I don't want to load you up with info.
All right. I just felt like that was a bad swing.
Okay. You allow one of those.
Yeah, I felt like this one was a little bit clumsier. It was more work to hit through the ball. Or maybe It's also been, I've made quite a few swings. Not sure if that would make a difference, but I definitely feel like, yeah, let's hit a couple more and see. This one felt good.
Nice ball power. Bit of a low, little fadier one out the heel. Awesome shot.
This one's got some carry.
Ball bunny, best carry. 166, so that's highest ball speed as well.
How's the launch and spin rate?
Really good. 2200 on the spin.
On the dot?
Well, I really, 2200 bang on. 2200.
Wow.
What I like there is that your face to path is getting a bit more neutralized on the last couple.
Okay.
And then dynamics wise, this is probably some of the highest you presented to the ball so far. So those easy to get in the air drivers at the start, you were hitting very low, not giving a lot of loft. As soon as we started putting TD on the driver, you started hitting it higher with more spin.
Interesting. More than the triple diamond.
Triple diamond was the first one that went up.
Yeah.
That at the moment is like front runner for sure.
Yeah.
This one here, triple diamond TD, good driver for you, but we're looking at that batting average of how often you get that shot.
Yes.
So there's just a bit of a disparity between good shot, bad shot at the moment.
Yeah.
For me, the definition of a well-fit golf club, I get asked a lot, what is a well-fit club? How do we know when the fitting's done? When does it go in the bag? For me, it's the club that rewards you the most when you get it right. So if you get your swing bang on, everything's on the slot, and you can just feel you hit that speed slot. You look up, the ball's exactly where you want it. If it's not, and you get one of those million things that can go wrong in a golf swing, right? I mean, I've personally probably done all of them in my time playing golf. But if you do get that wrong, we want to look up and we want it to be where we want to see it, right? So the club that punishes you the least, that goes in the bag. So highest reward, least punishment. Seems like the TD at the moment, the TD is just, when you miss it a bit, it really drops your carry off.
Yeah.
Like 20 yards.
Yeah.
Do we want to take 20 yards away from you if you miss a little bit?
Yeah, yeah.
Probably not. Maybe a couple here and there.
Got it.
All right, last swing. That's cool. Right, so pretty good test here, Martin. This is a good one.
Mind blowing.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of information that can be thrown out there of just this is what this driver does. A lot of blanket statements. You did what usually happens in a fitting, where we see a lot of the information that goes out on the product actually not come in as accurate as we think. So with your driver, we noticed right away, like we said at the very top, we could be a bit more efficient, a bit more spin, a bit more height on the ball. So when we tried the Elyte to start with, you actually, dropped efficiency a bit. You dropped spin and you dropped height. Now that's your kind of run of the mill. That's your down the middle. The Callaway call it up the gut driver, right? So it's, if you think about going with a big fishing net, grab a big net, you're going to get most of the fish. So they think 70% of people are going into that model. You hit that the lowest, the least amount of spin of the session. So you dropped all the way down to 1700. When we went to Elyte X, your spin came down even a little bit more. Sorry, so that's second place, 1600. Good ball speed out of it, but that was your most low and left. Now, you're the kind of golfer, like you were saying, you would like to see a bit more of a draw on your ball, right? You don't like that shot kind of hanging out to the right a little bit.
Yep.
So if you said that to me just in a normal scenario, I'd be like, yeah, maybe try Elyte X, or try something a bit more neutral. CG back, very high MOI, get that thing turning over. That was the lowest shot with the lowest amount of spin. So that one's out for you. Then we tried triple diamond. So triple diamond was your highest spin with your highest peak height and your best carry on there, shot for shot. Now, not only that, but you had the best and the most consistent ball speeds through it, right? So your best ball speed versus your lowest, and everything in the middle, swing speed, all that stuff, spin rates, that was the most consistent. Like we're talking about like a well-fit driver, you were getting the most consistency there. So really good driver for you. We can't rule out the others though. Triple diamond max, good ball speed on it, good spin rate. The numbers on our screen here are actually giving us some really good stuff in terms of your dynamics. You're starting to present some really good lofts, so you're really starting to cruise at that point. Good club head speed on you. I know this is a test. We're trying to appeal to as many golfers as we can here. You're 115 miles an hour, so you're a little at the top of your average golfer, but a really good candidate for this, given that you just play whatever you play. I feel like you're much more of a field golfer, so great candidate for this. So appreciate your time on it. Great spin, great carry, great height. Looking at those numbers on the screen, we'd be like, go play that. But what I can start to see...
How is it compared to the triple diamond though?
Just a little bit jumpier. So In terms of ball speed, a little bit up and down. Spin rate just goes up and down a little bit.
This one.
Triple Diamond Max. And again, that is that higher MOI version of the Triple Diamond, right? But not for you. Then we tried Triple Diamond Tour Draw. So TD. Couple of good ones at the end there. Started out a little bit on the rough side, right? So we've got a bit of a disparity. So, good shot to bad shot. You're looking at like nearly 12 miles an hour in ball speed. I don't really want to send you out on the golf course. It's not me doing my job properly, or anyone who comes in and gets a fit with us. We give them 12 miles an hour north to south ball speed. If we put that like on a heart monitor up and down, right, we don't want any of these peaks and troughs when we're on the golf course. So for you, that's just a bit of a wild card. We're looking for boring golf. We want most consistency as we can. So TD doesn't go in the bag for you, but that one right in the middle, driver number 3 or 5, straight up Triple Diamond, the lowest launching for that faster clubhead speed. That is the highest launch, highest spin for you, and able to hit your shape more consistently. Like we're saying, we could go further and we could do a bit more sharper. This is just a head review for this year. Really good driver for you.
Amazing, thank you. Yeah, I mean, within the first 2 shots, I already told you, I said, for some reason, this just feels free. Nice. I felt like this was very easy to hit. There was a 3rd driver I hit, so compared to the first 2. And also the next 2 driver, I mean, there were some good shots, but I had to also work that quite hard. Definitely the 3rd one was also my personal favorite.
Love it. Another big point there. Fitter likes it. Golfer likes it, as long as we're on the same page. We're not just here to please robots, right? We're doing a test here using the Quad Max. But as long as you and I are on the same page of what swings good and feels good for you, and then I can back it up with the data, that's the importance of a fit in there, right? That's what I do every single day. It's this kind of process here is what we repeat multiple times a day, myself and the other fitters here. That's what we're here to do, is make sure we get you in the club that you like with the numbers that we like to.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Pleasure, pal. Right, thank you for watching, guys. That was really interesting. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for watching the video. Martin, thank you for coming in, pal. Really appreciate it. Guys, please do, like the videos. Please subscribe, comment as much as you can. We've got a brand new, fresh channel here. Please let us know exactly what you want to see on the channel. Let us know exactly what Callaway driver you're playing. If you went for a fitting process or didn't, let us know what you're using. We've got a brand new channel here, like I said, so, let us know what you want to see us test. If you want to see certain brands, certain products, let us know. We'll get it in the bay and we'll share our results on it. Martin, thank you for coming in, pal.
Thank you very much, Chris. Yeah, that was really interesting. So please share your comment below about your personal experience with the Callaway drivers or any other drivers that you feel like you found your own interesting stories about it. And so that we can take a deeper dive, and perhaps any other drivers that you would like us to review, please comment below. And we'd love to see you again soon.